So it's it's been a long week and I'm I'm tired, man. I am so tired. Got off work about an hour ago, hour and a half ago now, and I'm decided to sit outside and take the dog for a walk and chill here for a little bit. Um, it's pretty ridiculous the amount of fear mongering going on. Now, before you say it's justified, and I want to say this. Why isn't anyone talking about the. I don't even want to say it's justified, that was the wrong word. I'm just saying there's a lot of fear mongering going on, and it's silly because we're not getting all the facts. Number one, the government and the news want to keep hounding and pounding on the fact that people are getting infected and people are dying. And that's all true, and I think we should be informed. But no one wants to talk about the recovery rate, which is 98%. Now, I'm not. Well, that was of like a few days ago, so maybe it's changed, but it's not. If you're going to tell us the facts, give us all of them, not just some of them, because people need hope. People need to know that things are going to be okay. And the fact that we do have people recovering just fine from the virus, is great. Now, I was thinking about the 98%. Maybe that's here in Arizona, and maybe, I don't know if that's a national percentage or not, but I'll probably look it up after this. But either way, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of cases of people recovering from the COVID-19 virus, and I don't hear the government talking about it regardless, and it's so stupid. It's incredibly stupid. And then there are some people that I'll talk to when I'm working at Target, people that I'm helping, and they are not taking this pandemic very seriously either. They say they don't care, and they think that it's blown out of proportion. I tend to disagree a little bit with that. They, for whatever reason, they think that there's just nothing to worry about, and I kind of came back and I said, I know people that are infected and that are passing away from these things. I don't know some of them personally that are dying, but I know of people that are infected, um, and it's just ridiculous. The people that just don't take it seriously enough. And then I talked to this one guy today too, and he said that, well, I expect everything to be back to normal in June. Yeah, that's not going to happen either. I'm sorry. I hope it does. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's wishful thinking at this point. And again, I hope he's right. I hope it gets back to normal by June, but I don't think so. He even went on to say that he thinks there's going to be a vaccine by the fall. Again, I hope he's absolutely correct, but from everything that I've been reading and watching, I just don't see it. But I hope he's right, and I hope he can prove me wrong, because I want that more than anything. Um, the fact of the matter is, like, people are losing their lives, people are getting sick. Yes, people are recovering too, and I just think it's important to keep that in mind as well. Too much fear mongering, way too much fear mongering. I just I never hear anything on the news about cases that are recoveries. I don't hear people talking about it the as much as people dying. It's like you actually have to look for the fine print to see the recoveries, and I think it's a little ridiculous. Something else I was thinking about today too, like, so I got a mask now. Me and Cassie have masks to wear when I'm working and if we're out and about, and they're cloth masks. And while I agree that wearing a mask isn't going to protect you, in in it will in a way. Now think about this. Now this is a little unrealistic, and most people won't think this way, but there's a lot of people that are going to not wear masks because they don't feel it's necessary, which I get. But if you think about it, if everyone wore a mask, things would be a lot better. Every single person. Let's just say, hypothetically, they mandated it for everyone. You have to wear a mask. Just out of just just playing, you know, um, just playing a little hypothetical here. Now, the whole point of wearing a mask is to keep you from infecting others if you have it and you don't know it, right? Well, if you're protecting yourself, and if everyone did that, then no one's breathing on each other if you have a mask. So essentially, you're you're doing a lot of good there, and that's where I didn't think about it in that way. I thought it I thought about it in the sense of, well, it's not going to protect you from obviously just the air and things that are in the air, but because the virus does live in the air for a little bit, apparently. I don't know how long, but so in that sense, no, it's not going to protect you. So some people don't want to wear masks because of that. However, like I said, if everyone were to wear a mask and they're just um, protecting themselves, you're not going to be breathing on others because you're going to just be breathing right into that cloth mask or whatever mask you have. And as long as it's not paper thin, your breath and your germs in your breath aren't going to go on anyone else. So, just a food for thought. And I never thought of it that way, but yeah. Um, I think his dog is behind me. There she is. Um, I just wish people could find medium, that medium happy, or happy medium would be the right word to say. I said that backwards. Of where they're not freaking out, but they're not they're not freaking out one way or the other. They're just being calm and collected. And there's none of that. It's either you're freaking out because you're afraid you're going to get sick, or you're freaking out that it's not a big deal and just whatever, you know. And yeah, maybe that's not technically freaking out, but people will get in your face like it's not a big deal. You're just making too big of a deal out of it, and it's kind of freaking out. So we just need to find a happy medium, and we just gotta stay calm, cool, and collected. Be smart, have good hygiene. Practice good hygiene, and we'll be fine. And I think that's really all you can do. If you get sick, you get sick, but at least you were doing everything in your power not to be dumb, going out and hoarding things, and still taking it seriously at the same time. So I don't know. It's something to think about for sure. I'd been thinking about it for a while, especially when it comes to that whole mask thing. Um, and don't get me wrong, I was one of those people that, in the very beginning, like at the end of February, we started hearing about the COVID-19, I was a little ignorant. I think I was just not really worried about it. I wasn't going to fret about it. And I came to realize that it is a big deal. And it's not something to take lightly. Um, and I'm beginning to see all the ignorant people out there. I just hope that people can take it more seriously because they need to. Um, and unfortunately, it's going to take for someone they know to get infected. And then we'll see if their tune changes about if it's a big deal or not. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be the way it goes down for a lot of people. Um, and we just need to be informed and stay up with the news. I don't watch a lot of mainstream media like CNN and stuff. I listen to the podcasts more. I will occasionally listen to the mainstream media, but it's good to hear from people that aren't gonna, I guess, feed you crap. And that's why I love podcasts, because they don't feed you the crap that mainstream media sometimes does. And it's just important to know the facts and be informed as possible. So I have the next 2 days off, so I'm gonna take the opportunity to be out here, doing videos and walking the dog 3 or 4 times a day. Liz, come on, say hello. Liz, what you think? Anyway. Anyway, it's a nice day out. It's like 70 degrees out and sunny, and it's Arizona though. What do you expect? Other than that, things at work are great, and Cassie's job is at Mayo. They are in the process of either furloughing people in every department or cutting back a day or two for their hours. If they furlough, they're more than likely it's going to be you know you'll get unemployment. 99.9% you'll get unemployment, but nothing's ever for certain, so you always kind of have to leave that little tick there. But either way, her status is safe at Mayo as far as working there. If she comes back, she could be moved, and hopefully if she gets moved, it's telecommuting, because we live in Arizona. We don't live in Minnesota, so hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to stay positive and just be as calm and collected as possible. I refuse to think negative thoughts, and maybe sometimes that's ignorant to do, but I think in this day and age, this virus that's going around, I think it's important to stay positive. I always think of Philippians 4:11 or 4:12, and just always think good thoughts whenever you can. And yes, don't get me wrong, I get mad at people and and whatnot, but I'm doing what I can. So, I see someone coming this way, but just hope for the best and go from there. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get going. Nice day out for a vlog, though. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening as always. Peace.